You can pretty much assume that Trump's trial is a reality show that he never really wanted. And at this point, he can't delay it any further either, even though he'd love to. It's the only one of 4 prosecutions of Trump to go to trial before the election this year. And a lot is on the line. Former special counsel to the Trump White House, Ty Cobb, joins me now. Ty, great to see you again. I guess overall question here, what do you think about this particular case being the one to hang history on?
I think it's unfortunate. It's nice to be with you again, Kara. I think it's unfortunate that this is the first case because the 2 most serious cases, obviously, are the 2 federal cases where he ran rampant over the Constitution and attempted to obstruct the, transfer of power. So I think those are the most serious cases. I think this is probably the least serious case. On the other hand, it presents him in a personally very abhorrent way. Sordid affair with Stormy Daniels, payments to Karen McDougal for a long standing affair, David Pecker and the, catch and kill stories, and of course, Michael Cohen. The difficulty with some of the attacks on Cohen, all of which are valid, by the way, but the difficulty with those attacks is you got to remember that Cohen was Trump's, asset. And Cohen was Trump's friend. Cohen was Trump's consigliere. So, yes, Cohen is a bad guy, but Trump knew that and hired him for that purpose.
Point well made. It's sort of like Trump's misogyny is on trial here in New York when you start to hear about everything so far that's been presented, like with David Pecker. I mean, what did you make of that? His longtime friend helped, protect him from damaging stories. He was head of the National Enquirer. Why start with David Pecker, you think?
Well, I think you want to start with, somebody who can put some meat on the bones. And you want to probably take the person that is most credible from that group, certainly in the, David Cohen, Stormy Daniels, David Pecker troika. David Pecker is the most credible person just because he had a longstanding business career. He's more nimble on the stand than the other 2 will be. And he's more sophisticated in terms of, going back and forth with advocates and aggressors on the other side. So I think he's going to be as good as it gets, frankly, for the prosecution. And starting with him makes perfect sense, particularly where they can get the broad outlines of the alleged scheme. Now, I think the most interesting issue with Pecker is the extent to which he's going to be able to tie any of this conduct to actual concerns about the election. Because keep in mind, this is a misdemeanor bookkeeping trial that has got a hook into trying to avoid other crimes, those crimes being campaign finance laws. And it's the tie to the campaign finance laws that is essential for the government in order to get a felony conviction.
Definitely. I mean, a simple record-keeping case made much more complicated by the felony charge. So let me ask you, you were the defense attorney who represented the Trump White House during the special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. I'm just curious, if you were still having to represent Trump, do you think you could defend him in a case like this? I mean, I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall here and just seeing what you're going to say. Would you be able to defend him? How would you take this case on?
So I think there's a good defense, and I think that Ty Blanche and his co-counsel are well suited to present that defense. I think, though, that Trump has really hampered this case by insisting on continue to lie about not having had the sexual tryst with Stormy Daniels and not having had the affair with Ms. McDougal. I think those lies make it very, very difficult to cross-examine those witnesses because it's not going to be the issue of why did you do this? It's going to be, did it happen at all? And it's clear that it happened.
Ty Cobb, great to have you. And of course, you were right there through many of the allegations, truths, and twisted situations that we all had to cover, and I just appreciate you bringing more light onto this for us. Great to see you.
Great to be with you. Thank you.